Hello, hello, hello. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day today. What is today? Today is Friday, March 10th, 2023. I should have known today's day. Isn't it Mario Day? Yeah, it is. But hello, welcome. Sorry I didn't stream yesterday. I was having back problems. You know, when you just sleep wrong on your back, or just sleep wrong in general and you wake up in pain? Yeah, not fun. But we're here today. We're going to be doing, instead of Warframe, we're technically doing Warframe. We're doing art. Because even though I finished the Citrine's Last Wish piece last week, and I said, oh, I don't want to do art for a while, I lied to myself. I saw there was a challenge going around for draw your drifter in your Warframe fashion frame, and it sort of happened. My music is gone. Oh my. We're just going to start you over. We're going to let you loop while I talk. But yeah, we're gonna be doing that. I finished up the sketch in my sketchbook. I put some finishing touches on this morning, but yesterday really spent time finishing it up, cleaning it up, and I think it looks fantastic. I'm so happy with it. So we're gonna be working on that. I mean, hopefully I'm able to figure out a way I don't want to do line art. I'd rather not, because that's gonna take a lot of time and effort. I'm hoping I can figure out a way of getting my sketch to be just clean enough where I can just color it. Just the curse of being an artist. You wanna every drawing's like a coloring book, but first you gotta do line art. It's if I can get around that, I will be so happy. But let me switch our music. So let me turn that off. I think I broke Google Chrome. I did, a little bit. There we go, it's fixed. And we'll put you on. God, that was fucking loud. Ow. It wasn't that bad on stream. But man, when I tell you, god damn it, that got me. Put that on shuffle. But yeah, we're gonna be working on that. Let me throw it over to our scene so you can see what I'm working on. There we go. There we go. So you can see what I'm working on right here. Yeah, really weird transition there, but it's fine. If Streamlabs... There it is. Weirdly delayed Streamlabs, huh? Yeah, we're gonna be working on this today. So I can leave that open. Then I can leave my tablet on my lap, which is so interesting about how just I now by drawing on a tablet I have, the disconnect between my hand and what my eye sees, I have my tablet on my lap. Normally I have it on my computer, on top of my keyboard, all that stuff. Or just on my desk. It's on my lap and I'm just fully looking up at my monitor. What the fuck? But yeah, this is a sketch, so this is my drifter. Love her to bits. And I chose the... I was thinking oh, who do I want to choose for fashion frame? So it's okay, I could technically do Valkyr. I could do Zaku, because I do play a lot of Zaku. No, we're doing Protea, and we're doing the Protea Caladrius collection, because it's so good. Seeing this sketch, I so want this in-game now. Holy fuck. Let me change our background to actually be a medium color. The thing is, if I put this in an overlay, with this background just being white, it'll vanish. Come on, let me see. Yeah, so if I do this, I can color in the lines. Which I have done before. Let me see if I can pull up. Do I have the file? Because if I do... it's not in my recent. But if I have the file, I can figure out how I did, because I have a... the Citrine's Last Wish art I did. That one, I didn't have to do line art. but instead I used a divide layer. But then I have a drawing before that where I needed to do line art over my sketch. So I'm gonna see if I can't find... I'm gonna throw it to an intermission while I look for this. It says, would it be under P in my files? Did I do line art for this? I don't know, but we're gonna open it and see if I did. Did I do line art for this? Or did I just color? What is in this group? What? Oh yeah, I was trying out colors. Yep. Oh, I don't think you guys can see it. Oh, there it is. My stream is extremely delayed today. Oh yeah, I did not do line art for this piece. So there's really just going to be the sketch. Let me change our scene back. We're good. Also, I need to pull up, import animation frames. I need to pull up my references for my fashion frame colors. So I have this. Then I know I have another one in download. Excuse me. No, I know where it is. The Warframe screenshot. 2 of them. Which one was it? Probably you. Okay. Did it add them on the same layer? Let me crop this. No, fuck. Yeah, weirdly the crop tool can be weird at times where it's like, no. Select, Control-Shift-I to invert. Then I can erase. Which I would like to use a better tool like this. That's also set to erase. That'd be helpful. Yeah, so I literally went, like for this image, I went into Captura to get an image of. So I have this. And then I know I have a better picture, it just didn't add it. Screenshots. Yeah, so the reason I have these 2 of Protea is because this was with like all the Captura lighting, all that, but like I needed this so I could really get into the details and get up close. Can I not move this? Krita, I was moving an image. Why are we freaking out? Please don't crash. Krita, what? I didn't think it was that bad. I guess we're just waiting. Can I stop it? Or, oh, Krita's not responding. I know I've crashed my art program before. But when I crashed my art program before, I earned it because I was doing like, oh, there it goes. Like when I crashed Krita before, it was because like I was overworking it. This was during like the Zeraman ARG. Like I was doing so many things with Krita that I shouldn't do in terms of like image manipulation. Okay, we're good. Fucking wild. But yeah, we did lose all that sort of progress, so I have to re-add our images. Because god damn it. It didn't like me transforming this image, I guess. There we go. Get a good picture of this. So I was going back and forth with the poses. Like I found a good reference. So like I found a good reference pose for this, which I was super happy with. It was just the hands of like, originally Drifter was going to be holding the Sirocco, but then I realized then I'd have to draw the Sirocco and no thank you. Yeah, so this has to go back to an overlay layer. This is what I was saying about the background has to be not white, otherwise it looks like this. So it has to go back to like a gray. This way I can sort of just pick the colors I see, which is very fun. But I do have to remember, since this is an overlay layer, my colors are going to shift a little bit. By that I mean they're not going to be perfect. Like, oh, this is this color. Like, oh, it's a little lighter. But that could also be like the background and stuff. So really, we're just going to... Today is basically a coloring book. I just get to color this in, which is a lot of fun. Like, I will have to be careful about like lines, but I mean, it's fine. So really today is going to be a pretty chill, it's going to be a chill, I get to play coloring book right now. And I know I made sure like Protea has this like symbol on her chest. I didn't feel like drawing it. Plus I felt like this is complex enough that it's like, well, I don't have to. I don't feel like I need to. I'm going to try to keep it. I'm not going to have every single color on the same layer. I'm going to try to keep it to a like sort of one color per layer, or one color per layers. I was like in my head just going one layer per color. But we'll see. Just as always, I lie to myself when it's like, oh, like, God, it happens every year, especially with like 10 October, like 31 days in a row of drawing. And I'm like, oh, I'm never gonna draw for like, I'm not gonna draw for a while because I don't want to burn out. And then the inspiration strikes and I'm like, motherfucker, I keep getting pulled back. No, that's also what I want to do. Whoa. Know what I want to do? I can... Oh, come on. There's a button for it. The creator allows me to record. Oh, come on. Yeah, render animation, export. Tools. I know there was a setting for it. I was thinking like, oh, that'd be cool if I could like upload a speed paint. Where? I could have sworn, unless it's because I'm streaming. Let me look this up real quick. Vita board. Oh, is it a... Capture interval 1 second. What the fuck? I just want to make sure, like, what is the capture interval? The recorder docker takes a picture when the image changes, but will wait for the capture interval to pass before making... Okay. Yeah, normally a time-lapse is recorded using outside software like OBS and then sped up around 16 times. Simplifies making a time-lapse by taking a snapshot of every stroke and then letting you render it into a video file with this. What the fuck? It cannot be used on Android. Every few seconds or at the end of every stroke. Every recording symbol. Because it stores the snapshots, that means you could take breaks, close the image, turn off the computer, come back a month later. And don't forget to check the folder. Huh. Interesting. I like that. Yeah, JPEG is faster, PNG is better for sharp images. Yeah, set to 1 to 3, resolution. Huh. Record in isolate mode, record automatically. Huh. Good to know. Every 3 seconds. And then that. Oh, wow. Record in isolate mode, so it's like, oh, if I have images I want to, or like, where it's like not flickering and then record automatically. I like that. Yeah, let's try this. I like that. So it should be going. So I have sort of already started, but that's fine. But this could be fun, of like, oh, I upload my VODs on YouTube. I could also upload speed paints, or time lapses. It's technically different. I hope it's working. It'd be cool. So like, this is just a very experimental day. Just like we're trying, we're just drawing. This is a very like experimental day today. Like, well, we're gonna try seeing if I can upload like a time lapse. Especially if I don't have to like edit. Like if it saves it all in like one like the snapshots all at once, I'll be so happy. It's like, oh my god, I don't have to like, especially because some drawings take multiple sessions to like work out. So I do wonder if it's like doing the entire thing or if it's doing like when I zoom in, which I don't know. It says it's recording, so we shall see. This blue might have to change a bit, but that's fine. Like, I do wish I could select inside, but if I went to these layers and I tried to do that, it'd do that, and that is not what I'm trying to do here. Like, I don't want this drawing to be like, I don't want it to be too complex. Like, as I said, like, I don't want to do line art because I don't want to like spend so much time doing line art. It's like, it's just like, this is supposed to be a fun piece of art. It's not supposed to be anything too crazy. Like, that's all I'm hoping for with this. Like, yeah, it sucks I can't automatically fill it in. You're like, I have to physically draw every line. But that's fine. Yeah, this is gold. Where else is blue on our image? This is this. This is a darker blue, so we'll treat it as such, but this is. And then the boots are this same, like, darker blue. So for the darker blue, I'll mark with a, like, this color, but with a cross. Almost like a T. Like, this is this color, this is dark blue. And these are white. Technically, this would also be blue. The Protea Caladrius skin cuts it in, sort of cuts it in half. Where it's like one side is light blue, one side is dark blue, which is sort of weird, but I digress. And I think maybe we make the mask a blue color. Because I did have, like, my drifter had a mouth. Like, I know I struggled on, like, drawing the face. Like, that was just like, oh, that's how it be. So eventually I realized the problem was the eyes were a little too far down. It just made my drifter look a little too young. Like, they looked more like my operator with short hair, which, I mean, eternalism they are. So just changing the eyes, and then like I realized like, how do I like I wanted to incorporate some of this. So it's like, okay, a mask. Sure. Sure. Sure thing. So we have to do this. And this is a different like dark color. This is dark. Okay. I'm so excited. I can't wait to see like how this turns out. It's just gonna be something nice, something simple. I think pretty cool. Is in between here the same blue color? It is, so I'm gonna have to fill all these spots in with this blue. But the reason I am doing all like the same color on the same layer is so if I need to change like, oh, this blue to me is a little light, I can tweak it. I can change it like all at once. And you know, for the sake of organization, so I don't have, oh, this part of the skirt is its own layer, this part of the jacket is its own layer. Like that's a lot. That's a lot of effort. I do find it a little funny that like my first like time-lapse video will solely be like, oh man, will solely be just not even doing line art. Like, oh, I wish I did this with the citrine art, but that's fine. It'll just solely be me coloring like a coloring book. I think that's so funny and I love it. Yeah, we'll see. Probably this will be the only thing we're doing today. I was thinking about like, oh, maybe afterwards I jump on Warframe to do something. But I think today will just be a chill vibe stream. Like, this is what I was talking about earlier when I said, like, oh, I love having my sketch here. Like, look at all this texture. Like, look at, I put a little bit of shadows in this, in my sketch, because I was feeling it. Like, hell yeah. I wonder if I stop drawing, does the recording symbol go away? Oh, it does! Okay, cool. Because I was so worried about, like, I didn't want there to be like long pauses of like, oh, I'm not drawing. So what, like, does it keep the pause in? So if I pause, the recording does pause. It's when I'm actively drawing that it's like, hey, that's really cool. I wish I discovered this recording feature earlier and I used it. It's auto saving. Actually, let's save while it's not doing that. We do have to do all these. Then this is also in the dark blue. Correct? Yeah, it's... Yeah, Faster Frame is like, it is this same color. Like, it is this color, but like, also it's not. Yeah, I think this is gonna have to be darkened a little bit solely because of it being an overlay layer. I like it so far. We gotta get into all these nooks and crannies. And reduce my brush size, and let's go. Because I did put in the extra effort to use references, like, and actually make these accurate to the fucking design. Like, I didn't want to, like... At one point, this was completely different because I was like, no, fuck it, it doesn't matter. And then I went, no, I have to do it. Yeah, it is a Because I usually start off saying how the weather is. It is a pretty cold day. Another fucking high of 40s. Cloudy. Though I did impress myself this morning. I don't know if this is like a gift now or a curse of I've trained myself to be able to like tell the temperature outside by putting my hand on glass. So this morning I was like, oh, it's like high of like 40 today, whatever. Like this morning I went, I bet I know the temperature outside. I put my like the back of my hand on the glass and went like it's 35. Then just because I was curious, looked up what the temperature actually was. 35 on the dot. It's a blessing and a curse. Like, I don't get how I did that. Do a little bit of cleanup here. Little bit of cleanup. Here it just looks good. There we go. So these are our darker colors. Is that all I need for this light blue color? Looks like it. So we're gonna transition. We're gonna get our darker blue. I don't know why. I just like, for some reason, I like working with like my most interesting colors first, and then like, oh, then I'll do like white and black and all that. I need a good screenshot of what this blue is, because it is darker. Like, it's not this same blue. But that will go here, 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 and here. By grabbing this one and check it out. But this will go on a different layer. So I will have to erase these. Actually, I probably don't. Because if it's above it, I can just paint over. A little light. Little dark. Okay. Gotta find that middle tone. A little too dark, a little too saturated. I'm gonna adjust you. No, I don't. No. There's only 2 songs on this playlist I don't like. Like, man. Oh, I see. Let me adjust this because it's a little too saturated for me. A little better. Maybe a little more saturation. Yeah, that's good. So it's on its own layer. I know I'm gonna have to really be careful with my edges, especially when going from like a dark to light color. Let's get our little corners here, because they're gonna be a bitch to fill out later if I used a bigger brush size. Like, yeah, I will run into, like, these will be the same color, so I'll have to, like, I will lighten this part. Like, I'll have to. Yes, that is a given. technically these are the same color. Like, I'll probably take this area and, like, almost make it sort of a gradient. Just so it doesn't, like, make it a gradient with a lighter color. Just so there is a differentiation between those, between the back and the leg. There we go. Get into those difficult corners. Like, is there a quicker, like, I do wish there was a quicker way to do this than manually coloring it, but you know what? It's fine. That duck's behind here. So we just get to cover those. They'll be erased later. Nice. Still to my eye a little, it might be a little too blue. I might need to shift this color more towards a little, add a little green in there. We'll see. But I do like how this is coming along. Alright, so we have, just clarifying for myself. Oh, this also needs to be this dark blue before I forget. So this is the dark blue. It's more of this, so it's technically a different color. Never mind. This is like our dark, dark blue is up here on the collar. Yeah, that's there. This is just like a black. Gotcha. So I was mistaken. This is why we have references. Why I'm especially glad I made the fashion frame. Just, I remember just like, oh, I could take a regular photo. Like, no, I need a photo like with the Syandana off. My Syandana Protea blocks a good amount. Just makes it hard to see the details. Looks cool in game. In an art perspective, sucks. Yeah, Drifter. They don't get the Syandana. Fuck that. I didn't want to have to do all this detail and then like, oh, how am I gonna draw the Syandana? I was like, nah. Drifter already is getting this. No, thank you. And I do wish. The one thing I don't like about Krita, I'd have to like put it on like this side here, is I do have a like preview. Like, so I can see the entire piece at once in like a small window. Like, I do wish that showed up on stream, but it doesn't. Just upsetty spaghetti. Alright, so then we have to do these boots. Both of them. And then, is that all where this color is? Pretty much, yeah. On the hands. Yep. Also the hand wraps, I see. So these will be dark. Let me put little dots here. 1, 2, 3. And then, yeah, this is... That'll be gold, I remember. And then, yep, this color is here. Gotcha. And this is the same color as this. Man. Learning a lot. Like I do, like seeing this challenge, it's like, man, it just makes me want more Drifter fashion frame. Like seeing how people interpret, like, oh, do I make it like the same theme or do like, because I'm doing literally, I'm putting this on Drifter versus others are like, oh, I'll do like an interpretation of it. Like, cool. Like, man, they did the Zephyr Harrier skin and it looks fucking sick. Like, obviously, are they gonna do it for like an artist can dream, are they gonna add like the Protea Caladrius you could put on your Drifter? Probably not, because they have to do that, like all that modeling. Like, sure, I get that. But it's nice to dream. And the heels, which Protea does have heels. Like, weird angle in the reference image, but Protea has heels. Drifter doesn't get heels. Just that was a personal choice of nah. Like, Drifter doesn't need heels. I feel like the Drifter's gonna trip. Yeah, today's literally just coloring book. Just the joys and pains of being an artist of, oh, I'm basically just coloring this in. Oh, I see how this goes. How did I... the joys and pains of being an artist of, I can draw whatever I want. Oh, I can basically make my own coloring books. Like that, I have to do the sketch. I have to do the line art. Luckily for this piece, I don't have to do lines. Well, I could. I could do lines. No. Yeah, that's a dark gold, so that does connect, I see. Just the joys and the struggles. Like, I am just technically coloring. Just full on. Like a coloring book. And that's amazing. But like, at the same time, God, this is gonna take forever to color. Get that out a little bit. This and down here as well, so this will be covered. There we go. And I know, oh God, I could talk about, like, technically I was a few minutes late to stream. I was a little late because I was eating lunch, and then I went to go live, like, on time. I was like, okay, let's log into Discord for like my avatar to get that like up and running. Discord updated this morning, so it wasn't working. Like, just for some reason, when Discord updates, if I like update it the same day I stream, for some fucking reason, it stops recognizing like my voice. Like, no matter what I do, no matter what like mic I change it to, it's like, you're not talking, even though I clearly am. It's fucking weird, and I have to uninstall and reinstall Discord, and that fixes it, but like, it's just a fucking pain to deal with. It's fucking awful. Which also, if you didn't see, Discord is adding like new AI moderation and stuff, so if like AI moderation and like oh, using your data, go to your like privacy and like security settings and turn that shit off. Because no. Just PSA, it doesn't take that long to do. turn it. There's 2 settings. Turn them the fuck off. Like, oh, we'll use your data to make like our AI moderation tools better or some shit. It's like, no. And I also saw, speaking of like social media and shit, that Spotify, God, what are they doing? It's like, oh, like, we're a music player, so obviously you want like a social media feed on Spotify. It's like, Spotify, no, I use you to listen to music. I don't care. Like, they're trying to like be like a, I guess, emulate, like other companies tried to emulate the success of Instagram, which was emulating, like, which tried to emulate the success of Snapchat. But now it's shifted to everyone wants to be like everyone wants to be like TikTok, which was a replacement for Musical.ly, which was a replacement for Vine. Like, fuck. Oh, hands, right? Like, it's just, I don't go on Spotify for social media. I go on Spotify to listen to music. Like, that's it. I don't get it. This goes here. Like, I don't get it. Okay, we're still doing good. We're almost done with this color, and then I think we'll move on to the dark, so like this almost like dark purple. That sounds good. Then after that, I think we'll do, because I sort of want to save the gold for the end. I think we'll do like the lights and darks, and then we'll move on to our gold at the end, which we still also will have to do the like skin colors and all that. Skin color, hair color, all that fun stuff. Oh, god damn it. I thought I hit my eraser. I did not. Goes up here. There we go. Is that it? Oh, right. Almost forgot over here. This is the same color. This is why I added the little markers of, like, hey, this color goes here. Thank God. But yeah, I am excited to see, like, how the, like, recording works out for, like, the first time. Because I didn't know, like, Krita had a, like, recording option. Because that was the one thing I missed about, like, I think it was, like, Autodesk Sketchbook, is I could record, like, time lapses. They were super cool. I'm super interested to see how this works out. I think that'd be fun, like, little videos to post on YouTube of like, oh, it's not just a VOD channel, like, oh, I have time lapses of art. Like, I think that'd be fun. I just think they're neat. There we go. A little more here. I think this looks good. There aren't any more of this color, right? In the turrets, which doesn't exist. This is the dark color. Technically, there is another sash up here with that color. Technically, but I don't have the lines for it, so eh. Yeah, this is our dark color. Just really making sure we have all this down. I could make the mask like half and half. Which... nah. Keep it simple, keep it clean. Don't want too many unnecessary details. Alright, so we will grab our deeper blue. This is God color theory. Like, this is here for blue. And to my eye, it looks almost purple. Let's check this out. So we'll go to a new layer. It's a little light. So that could also be that there are a lot of like shadows. So let's try to go for like a more mid. Yeah, let's try this. I'm gonna need a few more layers. Yeah, I like it. Maybe a little lighter though. Yeah. Okay, so this will be here. It'll be here on the word is escaping me. The collar of the fucking jacket. It'll be here. It'll be in between here. This is a different color. It'll be on this. It'll be on the hands. Here. Where else? Oh, obviously down here. That's gold. That's gold. Put one over here just cuz. I think that's it. No, in here technically. You can't see that, but here. Okay, it's gold and then the dark color. So this would be dark and then this is gold. Got it. Making sure. Let's go on to this. So this is sort of our most difficult color because it's an overlay and it's just so dark. It's gonna be one of our harder colors to like physically see. That's all right. Yeah, and then this is a gold. This is a gold, but like underneath is dark. Which we will keep it blue, or the dark blue. There's a helicopter outside. I don't know if my mic's picking it up, but there is. I see it. Why? I don't know. I don't know why there's a helicopter outside. There's one, I think, yesterday, too. Then there was one, like, a week ago, too. Weird. Don't know why. I'm sort of... I think at this point, like, am I on the wrong layer? Okay, we're good. Making sure. Making sure I didn't fuck up somehow. And I have to be careful for these markings. Yeah, in my apartment that I had my senior year of college, I lived across the street from a hospital. So, you know, I got used to, like, ambulance sirens so quickly. Especially sometimes, like, they were late at night. Like, at first, at first they bothered me. And then just after, like, a few weeks, it's just like, oh, there's an ambulance. Okay, I'm still going to sleep. Okay. Same thing with helicopters, because as it was a hospital, they had enough resources to have like a helicopter pad, so sometimes that was loud. No, we'll skip that song, why not? These lines are clean. Little diamond shape here. Okay, we'll do some cleanup here. Make like these actually straight lines. The devil's in the details. I think that looks pretty good. Wait, a little off here. I don't need it to be too clean, luckily. Luckily, with just how sketchy it is, like, doesn't need to be perfect, but fuck if I'm not gonna try to get as close as possible. Goes on the hands. Like, I wish I could do like a divide layer like I did with my other art piece, but it wouldn't work because the divide layer makes all the lines basically white. Like, that's not what I want. These gloves might change to be the lighter color. Of like, oh, fuck whatever this is. Might change anyway. Like, that's something we can do. Artist interpretation. Fun. We'll just make the rest of this the dark blue. Like, it doesn't have to be 100% perfect. Like, no, I can feel free to make changes. Like, oh, this blue, it seems a little too dark. Like, it's sort of hard to see because I have two colors of like similar like darkness next to each other, which doesn't create a high contrast and makes it a little muddy. Makes it a little muddy. We just have this, and then this strip here. And then this is like a black color. Oh, and then we also do have this. Let's not forget. But like something. Yeah. Let's do this here. There we go. Do a little bit of touch up. Probably this has to curve a little more. There we go. Plus, the way I'm doing this, some of these, if I don't like how they look, I can move, like, say, the gold. Because the gold will be on top. So, like, oh, maybe, like, even if I do this, the gold will cover, but just for me, it's easier to see if I'm careful. Like, I could make this super messy. Nah. Not worth it. Limit the amount of cleanup I have to do later by doing cleanup now. Which also, Protea does have this, like, star on this piece of cloth, but same principle applies with the symbol on the chest. Could I do it? Yes. Do I think it needs that much detail? No. Like, I still want this piece to be simple. Like, oh, it would complete it, but just it feels unnecessary. There we go. like this piece will be posted to Twitter, so like the final will be posted. Like, don't worry about that. Like, it's not gonna be one of those things like, oh, I'm gonna draw on stream and then like never share the final result. I'll put the final result. Is this all good? A little more. There we go. We have this, and then that's it. Oh, down here. This is why I do these references. Yeah, this is technically supposed to be here too. Gloves or the stuff on the arms is weird. I don't get it. Like, I wasn't even sure I was gonna do like this filigree with the gold on the arm, like the bracers, that's it. And I decided, you know what, fuck it, we'll do it. Because otherwise it'll feel plain. This is technically... Ah! Like, this is technically supposed to be dark here. But, like, no. Like, how am I supposed to do this pattern? So all I did was, like, a crisscross. We'll try to do... Like, this will be the hardest thing, is this belt. We do have to do in between here. I don't unplug my phone. God, we've already been live for a fucking hour. Jeez. Let me get a drink of water. Hydration is important. Keeps you alive. This is gonna be a little bit of a bitch to do. Just with, like, cleanup. Turn this down a little. There we go. There we go. So many little diamonds. So many little diamonds. Oh, I did forget to talk about. We finally got the release date for the last. God, I don't want to say. Oh man, the last episode of the Owl House. Sobbing. Man, I don't want that show to be over. Like, I do not. Like, we deserve to, like, not just we, but like the creators, like Dana and all that, like the crew, like they deserved a full season 3. They didn't deserve the treatment they got from Disney of like, oh well, you get 3 episodes, have fun. It's like, no, they deserved a full season 3. Fucking what a big mistake on their part. Fuck. But I mean, at least we're getting, at least we're getting something, you know? Better than just it ending at like season 2. Like, at least we're getting something, just however much I wish we were getting more. Nina. Looks good. Oh yeah. Oh, this is why I keep forgetting. When you zoom in on the sketch so much, you could just see, like, man, look at all that, like, I was gonna say pencil lead, it's graphite. At the same time, I love it. I love having the texture of, like, these are the original sketch lines. Like, I erased best I could, but, like, I could see where, like, I had the knee planned out. Like, with this line. Same thing here. I had the knee. Like, I love it. Like, this is one of my favorite things, like, I've sort of developed in my art this past, like, year or so. It's like, hey, if I have a sketch of this, like, I want to, like, if I take the time to physically sketch something out, like, I want to appreciate it in some way. Like, it adds, like, a little bit of extra, like, depth and dimension. And is the helicopter fucking back? I don't see it, but I heard it. It's gone now. Okay, is that all the dark areas? It seems like it. Yeah, this is gold, this is dark, this is gold, gold. This is the face, which will be done separately. Yeah, this is gonna be the black and white color. So let's move on to let's do our black color, because that's pretty easy to do. How does this look? I do this. Nice. So it'll be here, here. I can get in the center here. Where else? I could make these darker, but I don't feel like that's gonna help. Yeah, this up here. Do the collar. Where else? Where else? Where else? I could do this as being dark instead of gold. Or I could also do a dark color and then trim it with gold as well. I have options. Where else is this dark, like, black color? Really, not anywhere else. I mean, there's a little, like, on the chest and on the arms, but I feel like I took care of those with, like, these lines. Like, I feel like that's fine. Yeah, really not a lot with this color, huh? That's all right with me. This has to be cleaned up. Just a little touch up here. And the next biggest one, like the biggest one, like the one, like I'm looking forward to it because it's a gold. It'll add so much, but at the same time, God, it's in so many areas. But I really can't complain. Like it's, I mean, it's the design, but also it is my fashion frame. Good. Where else did I mark? Up here. And the hands are pretty much good. Like I may come back later and decide to, like, I don't know, trim this in gold. Something. A little bit more down here. Taper it off. Like this. Yeah, sort of almost trying to match this, but not exactly. Maybe adding this just so we get that separation between the neck and the chest a little bit clearer. We'll see. Like, I can go back. Like I said, I could go back in and change this of, like, if I don't like it. I can add to it. I can change it. What have you. Like, I can just subtly do this. Then we get that separation. Anywhere else that it is this dark color, I do not see on our reference. So we go to this layer and we do our light. I'm gonna have to pick a good one, like a good spot for it. It's a little lighter, a little less saturated. There we go. So that's gonna be a lot of areas here. That's the legs. The arms, I have to be careful of the... No, I don't have to, but... I was like, I have to be careful of the gold filigree. No, I don't. This arm, this chest. This is gold. This is white. This is not. Anywhere else I'm missing? Because the rest looks like it's all gold. The white. Up here. Looks pretty good. It's coming together. Is the helicopter back again? What is happening? It's back! I think I peaked my mic, but it's back! Why? What is happening? I don't get it. I don't get it. Oh god, there's so many Discord notifications. What the fuck? Give me a second. We're good? We're good. Okay. We're good. Making sure. I don't know what's happening. I did peak my mic. Whoopsies. Let me turn that back up. Because when I peak my mic, it wants to lower the volume of it. Come on. Come on, you're okay. There we go. Yeah, I don't know what's with the helicopters today, and I'm a little scared to ask. Is this a good color? Might be a little too white, actually. But this is way too blue. What if I just remove white? Or remove the blue from it? That's a little weird on this background. Like, I might need to make the background like a different color. We shall see. Also white. This is a different color. I see. This is technically a gold. Yep. Up here is technically a gold, so we will avoid that. Go. Alright. All coming together. Gotta make sure I cover that blue up. Yeah, I do like how this piece is coming together just slowly over the, like, God, I do not want to do line art for this. Like, especially after doing my last fan art. If I did line art, it would take forever for all this detail. And so soon after doing my last piece, I would probably actually burn out. So, like, this is just a fun, like, we're gonna color this in. We have become just a coloring book. Which, hell yeah. Yeah. Oh god. Gonna be difficult to erase around, but that's fine. Ack! Go. Difficult to erase around, also me does it in like 2 seconds. No. Actually, wait, this wouldn't be. This is the skin color. Wait. I don't even have to color there. God damn it. Well, I will have to, but later. Not with this color. Our same gold. This is white, and then the legs. And nothing on the feet. Cool beans. Which I don't know where I got cool beans from. I've just been saying it for years. Like, it's sort of one of those moments of, I have no idea why I say like this word, but it's been in my vocabulary for years. Just alright. Just cool beans. I think after stream I'll like go back, because if Krita allows me to sort of look at the images and like see the time lapse, like even if it's just like a partial version, Which it should let me, hopefully. Just to see how it looks. I might have to do some like... No, I might not have to do cropping. Because I have Krita set to like the width of like a standard monitor in dimensions. We'll see. That's good. So just looks like the legs now, and then we're moving on to the gold. Then afterwards we'll move on to the face, and then I think we'll finish up for the day. Just sort of getting our base colors down for the day, and then like say tomorrow I could come in and tomorrow or tonight, I don't know, coming in doing a little bit of like shading. Doing a little bit to make it look nice and pretty. Oh god. So the background will probably be changed just to, because it's a pretty background, but it just blends in with the white color that I have selected. My Loki Prime is finally built. Hell yeah! I don't play much Loki Prime because it's just Loki. I mean, he was a fun frame. Plus, you gotta get that IMR anyway. I know, I think Baruch Prime should be done. I don't think I've claimed him from my foundry yet. Like, I did not play like Warframe yesterday when he was supposed to be done. So... I'm still so excited for Duviri next month, because last night on God, that was last night. Last night on primetime, they did a little. Megan did a little spoilers, not like anything lore spoilers, but like the names of the conservation animals. She was like, "Oh, they're sort of like how the Drifter would pronounce them." It's sort of the thing of when, like, you have a word that you've only ever read, and then you go to pronounce it, was sort of the vibe like I was getting from it. I'm like, oh, I've read this word, I know how it sounds in my head. Pronouncing it, dear God. A Harrow Prime, hell yeah. I still need to farm a second Harrow for Helminth food. I gotta do that eventually, but fuck, I can't be like bothered to do it. Like, fuck. Like, I'm just glad I don't have to get like Ash, because that shit, like, his farm wasn't that bad, like doing it 2 times, but this was before Ash was put into Railjack, which I think they made it better, because before it was like Railjack rotation, like C of survival. So having to do Corpus survival or defense, I don't remember. One of them, like, for 20 minutes. Like, fuck that. Same thing, I got Hildren done. Yeah, like Grendel, I still haven't bothered to do those nodes, because as it turns out, taking away what's fun in Warframe, like, oh, you don't have any mods. It's like, okay, this fucking sucks. Why is this a thing? Is that all the white areas? I think so. Now, we can move on to gold. Which I should also make these a fucking group. Organization. Fuck. Wait. This should work still. Sometimes it's weird about like, oh, if it's in a group. Oh, this is sick. Wait, if I do like... Oh man, I was gonna say, if I do... Okay, I also see what areas I'm missing. I see where I forgot to fill in. This is why we have the background not a solid white color. So I can see these areas. Like, this is cool. I might... Oh man. Now I'm tempted to have it be like, say I finish this. Oh man, this looks sick. Oh, I love this. Like, maybe I get rid of the mask and almost do like, oh, I love that, like, lineless look, but we're not, that's not what we're doing. We gotta pick, fuck. We have to pick a good color for this, like, gold. Like, for the base color, because obviously this is basically white. This is too dark. So I have to find a good, like, intermediate gold. I'm thinking around here. How does this look? Pretty good. Not too shabby. So really, it's this here, this whole thing, this is gold, this is gold. There's a lot of gold. Yeah, each one of these. There's a reason I saved it for the end. There's a shit ton. So this is all gold, this is gold. This is gold. These are gold. This trim is gold, and then this filigree is gold. My goodness. Am I missing anything else? Oh, this over here. All gold. I think that's everything. This is... The gold's gonna take... I don't want to say the longest, but just I have to be the most careful with it since it is like our top layer. It's our top color. It has to be clean. Fuck. We'll start with the shoulder. Waist. Like this. Doing all this just makes me appreciate the Protea Caledris. Like, it's a love-hate of I appreciate how good it looks, but at the same time, man, am I glad this isn't like how, like, the actual drifter suit. Like, as I said, like, I made my own operator suit because I didn't want to draw the Warframes version. It's complicated, it just takes a long time, there's so many details, so I made my own. Still should do that for my drifter, but I don't draw my drifter enough. I think this is only the second time I've ever, like, drawn my drifter, which, wild. I think I've only drawn my drifter once for 10 October. That's about it. God, look how fucking... I do... Okay, I think I got the gold right. I think we got it right. And then this will also be gold as the collar. I might do it like, because in my reference image, like, this is gold, but underneath there's some dark, like, blue, so I might do a little bit of, like, trim. Just to make it a little bit better. Especially around here since we have these two golds like right up next to each other. A little hard to see this line. Go. Clean up. Oh, I like how this is coming together. Hell yeah. After the gold, we have the face and then the hair, which I did not get a fucking screenshot of. That is my bad. I don't have a screenshot of my drifter's hair. I think I know what it is. Knowing me, I know it's a gradient probably from brown. No, reverse gradient. It's at the roots, it's gold, not gold. At the roots, it's a light blue and then it goes to like a brown. Because it's a reverse of my operator. I am happy, yeah. Happy with my drifter having short hair. With my operator, like I personally have like long hair. But my operator has like the long braided look. I just like it. Like I wanted some way to differentiate my operator and drifter, and I thought like, well, drifter has shorter hair. The stress of Duviri, they were like, I don't care. I don't want to take care of it and just cut it. Like, that's fair. Gotta do these. Oh, be careful as all hell with these. Nope. Come on. There we go. Have to have confidence in your brushwork. Or, yeah. Have confidence in your, like, strokes of your brush. Gotta tack it. There is a difference between a line that's like this, shaky, and like slow and shaky, which I do have a stabilizer on. Like, that's the purpose of this ring of I don't draw until I'm outside of it. There's a difference between like slow and shaky and strong and confident. Hell yeah. And we're gonna have to do a bit of shading for the metallics, but that is fine with me. Just always, because God, I love having a stabilizer on. I have a stabilizer. If I turn this off, like, I'm used to doing like line art with the stabilizer, so like, yeah, these are a little shaky. Versus a basic stabilizer, which for me doesn't really, I don't like. And then weighted. Weighted really doesn't do anything, so I use just a normal stabilizer. Like, until I get out of this circle, it's not gonna draw. So it's almost like I have to drag to draw. Which, I mean, yeah, I drag along a little circle. And then it makes nice, smooth lines. Hell yeah. Just a little, like, it's a little art tip of like, a lot of art programs, they have stabilizers. It's just finding the one that just works. For me, it's this. For me, it's just the one basic stabilizer. And then finding out, like, the tool options of, like, oh, the sample count, what's your delay, all that jazz. This. I also did watch last night's episode of Critical Role, and I was fucking screaming. What an episode. Holy shit. Like, fucking wow. I am in tears. Like, it was... I did stay up late last night watching it. Like, it was 2:30 a.m. 2:30-ish? What time did the episode end? Because it was late. Okay. The episode ended, I think, at like 2 a.m.-ish. I went to bed at 2:30 because I needed time to physically, like, comprehend what just happened and also to calm down before I slept. Like, holy shit. And it is Friday today, so we have the last episode of The Last of Us on Sunday, which I'm upset about. Like, I'm so happy to see, like, I'm ready to see the last episode, sad that it's the last episode of Season 1. It's been renewed for Season 2, and it looks like Season 2 will be covering the second game. I'm just curious to see, like, the second game still is mixed reviews. I'm curious to see, like, how are they going to take the second game and adapt it, like, make it better than, you know, the actual game. I'm interested in all that. I'm excited for The Last of Us, but also saddened. I'm gonna have to do might have to do a little work here. We'll see. Which I'm so happy I'll have watched the entirety of The Last of Us without paying a single cent for HBO Max. HBO Max doesn't have a free trial themselves. But if you have enough emails, you can sign up for Hulu for free for a month. And with that free Hulu, you can get a free week of HBO Max. So if you haven't watched The Last of Us, totally don't. Don't go sign up for Hulu and then get a week free. And then you could binge watch The Last of Us all in one day or in a week. Totally don't do that, Smile. Also, I think there is, like, with Amazon Prime, there's a free week of HBO Max with that too. But, like, no, it'd be terrible if people were to figure out you could binge watch the entirety of the show for free. You just have to remember when you're done to turn off, like, to cancel your subscription. That'd be horrible. Got this. Oh, we do have... I forgot to mark this side. Forgot to mark it. And then the hands are the hands. Oh, yeah. Oh, also forgot to mark this. This will be gold. Like, it would be a shame if people were to figure out, like, how you can get around paying a month for a subscription you're only going to watch one show for. Be a downright shame. Because never pay for something you don't have to. Smile. Never pay for something if you can get it for free. Okay, we're doing good. I'll have this side, and then these diamonds are gonna be somewhat of a bitch, but that's fine. This will be easy, this will be easy. Yeah, it's just sort of this pattern right here that'll be a little bit of a pain. Yeah? Those circles just got little tippy taps. I don't know if my mic picked them up, but it was just like... Oh, it doesn't, because of my noise gate filter. Damn it! Y'all didn't get to hear the little tippy taps. Nope, still not gonna pick it up. Sad. Sad, the little tippy taps of the pen. Upsetty, spaghetti, many a regretty. Go. How long have we been streaming? Nearly 2 hours. Jesus Christ. That is, yep. That's just art in general. Of like, you get so into drawing, it's like, well, it's been 3 hours. Like, what? Like, doing art, like, I don't know, it could also be like just doodling in class, but like art in general is like an IRL just time skip. Like, just getting so absorbed in it. Like, oh, it's been like, oh, how long have I been drawing? Okay, 5 hours. Okay, okay. Doesn't feel like it, but I guess. Doing art and, like, doodling in class is a real life time skip. Like, sure. Okay, we still gotta do these. I see. Hey, oh, we gotta do all the diamonds now. Fuck. Okay, 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 I'll do them. Probably a smaller bit here. Get these corners. I might have to go in with this dark color and separate this. Probably. That's the play. Is it this? No. This dark color. On layer. That there. We'll erase on this layer and it should be fine. That worked. Like this, like there's another diamond there. Sure, that works. And we're just we're gonna connect them a little bit. Plan is we're gonna connect them a little bit and then I can go in and like erase a little bit to make them a little sharper. Seems like it's working pretty well. Mhm. Gonna be the most tedious part is these triangles. Well, diamonds, not triangles. Literally, like I didn't like geometry in high school. I didn't, but that was just a teacher thing. That was a teacher thing, but also I just don't like geometry. That class can fucking die. No, it's just shapes and shit. It's like, no, it's also, oh, you have to do these fucking proofs. And let me tell you, they're the bane of my existence. It's like, okay, you did two, like, explain your steps of how you did this math. It's like, no. Like, oh, but how do you know 2 plus 2 is 4? Explain your reasoning. It's like, I despise proofs. Like, it's been years. I still despise doing proofs. Like, why did you do this math? Because I just did it. Like, just, I get for, like, scientific purposes, like, it's supposed to make you learn, like, back up your work. Like, oh, what's your source for this? But, like, for math, bruh. Plus, that teacher just, I did not like. I doubt I even remember his name, but he had his favorites. A lot of people were, like, not one of them. Like, he had such an issue. For some reason, it was only him. Because I had his class, like, I think it was second period sophomore year. And, like, second period is when they do, like, announcements. He had such a problem for no reason of people not standing to do, like, the Pledge of Allegiance before announcements. Like, he had such a fucking weird issue for it. Like, about it. Like, I don't know why. And I didn't stand for the pledge because I don't fucking care enough. Like, that, I don't think it's necessary to make me get up out of my seat. It's already like 9 in the morning. I don't care enough. But he was just like, you gotta stand for it. And eventually, this could be why I wasn't one of his favorites. Eventually, he was like, yeah, you could sit during it. Because I wore him down enough of, I do it so, like, so low energy that he stopped bothering. Like, oh, please rise for the pledge. And I'd, like, just stand up. Wouldn't even put, like, oh, you do the hand on the heart. I would just stand there. Not even, like, because, like, oh, you're supposed to recite it and say it. It's like, which is still fucking weird. What a weird cultural tradition for public schools to do. I don't get it. But eventually he got tired enough. I wore him down enough. Why I'm not one of his favorites to just, he stopped caring that I just sat there during the pledge. Which, win in my book. He was the only one of my teachers that ever said anything throughout high school. Because freshman year, they didn't care. Junior year, they didn't care. Senior year, didn't care. Just let me sit there and, like, continue, like, reading a book or doodling. But he was the one that cared about it for some reason. Like, you gotta show respect for the flag. It's like, no, thank you. I don't care. But I am glad I never have... I say I never have to do geometry again. I sew, so I do technically have to do geometry of, like, patterns. But, like, that's different. Like, I don't have to do any math. That's just, like, oh, something... If I want it half size, I just... times 0.5. I'm... Or, like, I can use a calculator of, like, oh, I need a... say a circumference or radius or diameter for some shape. Or whatever, I can use a calculator. Not even a calculator, I literally just put in, like, hey, how do I, like, circumference calculator or something. And then it does it for me. Like, oh, here's my diameter. What's the area? Done. Fucking wild. Because I'm old enough to be, like, I remember in, like, middle school, they were still saying, like, oh, you're not gonna have a phone with you everywhere. Literally, I never leave home without my phone. Or, which has a calculator. You're not gonna have your calculator everywhere. Like, fucking bet. Though I also don't anticipate needing to use, like, oh, I'm gonna have to use, like, the log function on a calculator, but even then, that's on my phone. Just fucking weird. So... like, it's frustrating. Like, oh, you're gonna need to know this math. Like, what if you're, like, hiring someone, like, the geometry, like, same teacher of, like, what if you need someone to, like, build a deck for your house or whatever? It's like, I trust them to know their math. Am I gonna do that? No. Like, oh, but you want to just check and make sure you're not getting ripped off. Okay, I'll fucking get a second opinion. Get a third opinion. Like, what have you? We just have this trim, and then the feet, and then the filigree. Yeah, that's also on here. And then we'll move on to the... color is back here. God, it's hard to see. I will have to fill this in. We should probably do that now before I forget. Yeah, just fill it in with the same color here. Why not? I could go in later and make it a darker color. That's fine. But I do like how much progress we've made today. It's just 3 hours of coloring, which, hell yeah. I mean, we're just about 2. Jeez. Time, like I said, time flies. Like, in my brain, it's only been like 40 minutes of drawing. Just what the fuck? We just have this trim and then the filigree left. Hell yeah. This blue is a little... This blue cuts in a little. I think it's... No, I think the dark blue has to wrap around a little more is my issue with this spot here. That's my one issue with this spot. You have to do this side and then... God. Yeah, all this filigree. Which, I mean, can just be loose like this. I was gonna say, like, this is actually going a lot faster because I'm just fucking going for it. Doesn't have to be perfect. Good enough to sell the idea. Just enough to sell it. And these are just the same dark color. Nice. Still have to do this trim and then the other arm for filigree. Then we'll do the face. We'll do the face, we'll do the hair. And we'll head off. I don't want to draw too much at once, solely because it can start killing my hand, which I am feeling some stress in my hand. Like it's why some art sessions like, oh, I sit down for art and it's like, well, it takes, say, 6 hours, but I take breaks for like my hand to stretch my back, all that. You know, being a responsible person, taking care of myself. Oh, also the feet, right, the little heels. Go. Now just the arm. That's not part of it. This is, though. Go. A little bit of decoration. Stays that. Oh, this is golden here. Right. Don't forget that. Clean up. Anywhere else that I'm missing? I think we're good? Oh yeah. Alright, so you have to do, let's put this on a new layer, so new group actually. We'll need the face and we'll need the hair. Those would be 2 separate layers. Skin color. Oh geez. I don't have a picture, so I'm going to wing this. A little too late. I should probably put this group actually under. That way. Not as bad. Is this a little light? A little saturated. Let me go a little more red. I could change this as I wish later too. Great thing is, because it's under the clothes, I can be as messy as I want. Obviously, we're going to mine the hairline. Go. Neck. Yeah, this is a pretty good color for the skin. I think we chose well. All the fucking fingers. Hands are still... I feel like I'm getting better at drawing hands, but they still are just the bane of existence with just how many joints they have in them. We'll skip this. There's so many different remixes that they released of this song. I'm not complaining because it's a really good song. But God, they released like... There's 3 remixes of this song out on this playlist now. It's like, damn. Yeah. And any other skin I'm missing besides the hand? Doesn't look like it. Yeah, because it's a Warframe. It's pretty full body suit stuff. Pretty full body. There we go. I'll add in like little stuff like the eyes. Or the white of the eyes. There we go. Look at those little eyes. Look at her. There she is. We also will have to do the eyes, so we'll put that actually on a separate layer because her eyes are... God, they are like a blue, but at the same time I remember them being a green, so we'll do green for now. We'll do a little bit of touch up on the eyes, like we'll define the eyes more. Like that'll be some of our like only like a line art that we really do. Will be sort of just defining the eyes. So like we'll add that. I remember my not Drifter's eyes very glow. Second. I wanted to convey that. Where is... Come on. Hell yeah. Now we change back to our... Where is it? There it is. Yeah, we'll make the hair brown just for now as a base. Wrong layer. Yeah, we'll make it a like medium brown for now. And then we'll wrap up. We have been drawing for like 2 hours. Not bad. Almost exactly 2 hours. Hell yeah. I don't want to kill my thumb. The difference between drawing on stream and drawing off stream is drawing off stream, I give myself a break. I like say I'm drawing for like 10 minutes at a time and then I give myself like a 2-3 minute break, whatever. Versus on stream, it's like I'm constantly drawing. It's like I'm fine with both. It's just one is more demanding on like my wrist, on my hand. Like there's pros and cons to each. Oh, the hair will have to go above, right? The hair goes down here. That'll be interesting. Yo? God, I love how I draw hair. Like, I look back at how I used to draw hair, and, like, I see the progression of, like, where I used to... Basically, the progression of how I've drawn hair to get to, like, this style. Like, I used to, like, only really draw the outside, and, like, internally wouldn't really have all these lines. Like, it was just sort of... Like, I would do, like, a textured thing where I wouldn't have lines, but I would, like, do, like, shading. It's weird to describe. Maybe I'll pull up pictures on, like, Twitter next time. But then, like, I started adding more detail to the hair, so I added more lines. And then I know specifically when, like, there was one piece where, like, okay, I started adding, like, too many lines in the hair. Started backing off. And just that evolved into where it's like, okay, I define the shape. And then I still have line art in the hair. It's still defined, but it's only like really important strands, so it's not too much where it's like every strand gets its own lines, but like just enough to give it shape. If that makes sense, because like I know I have one piece where like I look back and I'm like, wow, this hair is so messy, it's so much. Holy shit, no. I think it was like a mermaid piece, which only did for like 3 years. I think I did 2019, 2020. No, it was 2018, 2019, 2020, I believe, that I did like, oh, for May, draw like one of your characters or whatever as a mermaid, da 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 da. And then after that, I just couldn't be bothered. I went, no, I'm good. Like, I want to draw other stuff. Like, art challenges, they're great. I love them. I'm literally drawing one now, but at the same time, I don't want to do them because I feel forced to. I want to do them because, like, oh, this one is extremely interesting. Like, this, the art challenge, like, I love this. Could probably do the eyebrows. And maybe this will be our little... I said next stream we do the face, but maybe we do that right here. Just so it doesn't look weird that she has, like, no eyebrows and no eyelashes. And we'll do this just so it... We'll round off this drawing by doing the eyelashes and stuff. That way it doesn't look weird. Go. A lighter color here. I know I put these lines in. And then she does have tattoos as well. I will have to get to. But I think this is a pretty good stopping point. I think the skin color may need a few tweaks to be a little... because it's a little light for my taste. But I'm pretty good with this being our stopping point. My hand is killing me. So just about 2 hours. Not bad. Yeah. I think we'll call it here. I really like how this is turning. Really like how it's turning out. So tomorrow will probably be... We'll start with art because it shouldn't take me too long to do like shading and all that, like color tweaks. Yeah, I think that'll be good. And then tomorrow after we do art, we'll transition over to actually playing Warframe. You know. Yeah, thank you all for being here. Really more chill vibes just doing art, but I appreciate it nonetheless. I will see you all tomorrow. If you're new to the channel, make sure you follow the channel, follow my Twitter to know when I go live next. But yeah, I think that's about it. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, night, whatever. As always, the VOD will be up on Twitch right after. Yeah, just hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. As always, remember to be kind. Bye-bye.